What is up, Alex? It's Guys here, back with part 4 of this flippin' real estate series. I know I said that the other 3 were important, and they are. Actually, if you haven't seen those, pause this video and watch those, then come back to this one. Today's video is so important though. Alright, so you got the right contractor, at least I hope you did, and now you're wondering, Alex, what is next? Well, calm down, I'm about to tell you. Today, I'm going to tell you all the do's and the don'ts of the construction process. If you've been burned by a contractor before, then you already know how badly you want this info. You don't want that to ever happen again, and trust me, neither do I. If you haven't flipped a house yet, you may be saying, Alex, I'm not a contractor. I'm not doing any of the work. Why do I need this info? You're going to need to know this stuff so that you can make sure that your contractor is doing the work right and in a timely manner. Okay. Before I lay all that out for you, all the do's and the don'ts of construction, why don't you do me a favor and hit that like button as hard as you possibly can for the YouTube algorithm. Wow, that was really nice of you, thanks. Okay, let's get started. Number 1 on today's list is a proactive step. Order your materials ahead of time. Right now there is a supply chain shortage, and that makes this step even that much more important. You've got to plan out your project from start to finish. That way you can purchase the materials and have them ready to go. If you fail to plan, you can plan on failing. God forbid you find out halfway through the flip that you would need to order new windows. It could delay your project another 6 to 8 weeks. Flooring, paint, countertops, vanities, cabinets, roofers, HVAC, faucets, appliances, all should be identified and ordered before your project even starts. If you choose a good contractor, like I said in the previous video, they'll be able to walk you through item by item and let you know exactly how much of each thing you're going to need to order, and if the step is delayed, your entire project is delayed. I mean, think about it. The crew can't install floors if they don't have the actual floors. So make sure you order your materials ahead of time, make sure they're on the job site when the contractors get there, that way they can begin the work, not be delayed, and your project can continue to move forward. I want you to really hear me on this one. Do not pay contractors for work that isn't completed. Just don't do it. Hey, you thinking about paying your contractor early? What did I just say? Don't. If your contractor works on a draw schedule, only make the payment after they have completed everything for that particular draw. Trust me, you will hear all of the sob stories. I need to pay my guys. Can I get an advance? Blah, 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 blah. Do not budge. Stick to your contract and only pay when everything has been completed. If you pay before the work has been done, you can kiss that money and all the remaining work goodbye. If they've done a bad job, do not pay until it is all done correctly. It is the only leverage you have to ensure that things are done right, on time, and the project continues to move forward. Next tip today is to schedule your lender rehab inspections ahead of time. If you got your rehab finance from a lender, they will need to send their inspector out to the property when you request it to ensure the work has been done before releasing your draw. This has to be done before they can send your payment. And, like we just went over, you're not paying your contractors until the work has been completed either. Schedule these inspections in advance. That way, if you know a line item will be completed in the next couple of days, reach out to your lender and request that the inspector get out there that day that it'll be completed. If funds are dependent upon the lender draws, make sure you get those on time and as quickly as possible. Scheduling the inspections in advance will expedite the process. Otherwise, the project is being delayed days, hell, even weeks. Number 4 on my list today is to stay on top of your contractors. Not like physically. That would make it pretty difficult to do a bathroom remodel if you had a human strapped to your back. I mean, check in on them frequently. Stop by the property at random times. Make sure they have everything they need and that they are pushing things along as expected. The goal here is not to micromanage, but by being around, you create a sense of accountability and urgency on the job site. You're paying them good money to make sure everything is done on time. This will help. Assume the worst and hope for the best. It's a good rule of thumb to assume that things are not being done correctly and on time. I can't tell you how many times I've been let down by contractors that I trusted. When you go by the property, you don't have to just stop in and, look at everything they're doing, but bring them some food, bring them some water, and while you're over there, check over their work, ask some questions, and take control of your project. Last but not least is blue taping. Now, let's go back to step 2. Don't pay until the work is done, right? When it comes time for you to blue tape the project and point out all the final touch-ups that need to be made, point everything out. Anything that you notice, point it out and put a piece of blue tape on it. Then tell your contractor that they need to go back out to the project and finish it or correct everything with the blue tape before you will be making your final payment. Do not listen to the sob stories and the excuses. No need to be unreasonable here, but you should expect it to all be completed before you make this final payment. If you pay too early, you have no leverage. Again, kiss that money right goodbye. You might as well just throw it out the window. Now, that was a lot, I know. But it's really simple and it'll save you a ton of headaches and a ton of money. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So just follow these steps and these tips and you'll be well on your way to making a good amount of money on a successful flip. But not so fast, my friends. This is just step 4 in the blueprint of flipping real estate. We have one more video coming for you next week, the 5th and the final step in flipping a property, and it's a good one. All the work you've done has led up to this moment, selling the house. But that's next week. For now, comment below with an emoji that accurately describes your excitement about flipping real estate. And if you have a question, drop that below too. I promise to personally respond to every single comment that we get. Thanks again for watching today, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.